My name is Kadisha Belgrave. I'm 20 years old. I'll be doing a piece from mid-90s. I'll be playing the character of Ray. I'm not currently represented by anybody right now, but I go to the Royal Centre of Speech and Drama. My profiles. You alright? You look alright. Look, Stevie. A lot of the time, we feel like our lives are the worst. But you wouldn't go into someone else's wardrobe and trade your shit for their shit. I mean, look at 4th grade. He's like the poorest person I know. I'm not even making a joke. that man can't even afford socks. Fucking socks. Like, you know, Ruben. His mum gets all like drunk and like beats on him and his sister. I mean, why do you think he doesn't want to go home? Like, fuck shit. Fuck shit's like my best friend. I mean, we used to have these little sleepovers where we just like sit and chat and fucking dream about going pro. I mean, now he gets like fucked up, yeah, drunk and looking for the next party to go to. And sad. Do you want to know something? About like 3 years ago, my little sister, she was crossing the street and she got hit by a car. It's so weird. Like, we like shared the same room, and now that I like look into our wardrobe, it's like the clothes just blend into one. But like, after fuck shit came to my house and he dragged me out to fucking skate. Sometimes we just need that. So let's go.
Hi, I'm Georgia Rona, and currently I'm represented and I'm doing a piece that I've written myself. Look, I know these sessions are usually an hour, but I've got to be somewhere by 7, so I've got a date with a man. He's intelligent, career-driven, confident, fluent in 3 languages, and 63. Yeah, it's not a real date, it's a paid date. It's like prostitution, but replace the fornication with engaging conversation. That's what I always say when people ask. Yeah, I'm on this website. It's called What's Your Price? It's like Tinder, but instead of being full of fat boys with no money and dodgy quiffs, it's full of lonely old men with loads of money and dodgy knees. I got this one client. He's an investment banker from Hong Kong. And we go to the same restaurant every week, same table, and he cries for 45 minutes straight. He likes to pretend that I'm his long-lost daughter that he hasn't seen for 10 years. So one time I thought maybe I can help him. Maybe I can help relieve him of some of his guilt. So I hold his hands, stare straight into his eyes and say, "It's okay, Daddy. I love you and I forgive you." And then he came, in his trousers, twice. Believe it or not, that actually wasn't as bad as when I told my mama that I was doing paid dates. Yeah, she cried as well, but she told me that I was damaged and had a deep-rooted complex, probably from stemming around the time that my dad left. Like fucking daddy issues, as if I'm that much of a cliche. So I told her that maybe if she'd spent less time on her knees in church and more time on her knees in the bedroom, the dad wouldn't have left in the first place. She cried again and told me that I was broken. Said that to one of my clients. I was like, maybe I'm just broken. And he said that in his experience, when something's broken, you just turn it off and on again at the wall and then it's usually all right. I laughed. And then he asked if I needed any help turning myself on. No. Not gonna lie, I did consider it though. I've slept with guys my age for less than making me laugh. Plus maybe that is what I need. You know, maybe I'm wasting all my time and all my money on you. And what I actually need to fill this cavernous hole inside of me is the mediocre penis of a middle-aged man. What do you think?
My name is Kieran Kabali Dwyer, and today I'll be auditioning for the role of Thomas from Something Strange About the Johnsons. So yeah, I'll add my profiles after this, and I hope you enjoy. What's that? Another little book of yours? Are you trying to make me upset? Cause this is pathetic, Dad. For me to apologise, look, I'll apologise, I'm sorry for what happened last night, but what about you? Huh? Am I totally alone here? Or does it take two? Cause I think it does. Yeah? And everything I've done has been for you and for you and for you, and to what end? Huh? I didn't ask for this. You started it. This is something you started, but I'm here now. And I've given myself and I've accepted you completely. You're not just my dad. You're my friend. You're my best friend. So you can let your conscience warp this into something that it's not. You can go to that cold bitch in that loveless bed. You can write your backwards book about your backwards son. But this is just love, Dad. And I know that's big and it's scary. But there's being scared and there's being a coward, Dad.
Hello, my name is Alex Blackie. I'm a 2020 graduate from Aura. I'm currently unrepresented and I'm going to be performing a piece which I've written myself. Hope you enjoy it. I work in a shop. It's like a health food shop. We sell pills, well, not pills, I'm not a drug dealer, but like normal pills, like health food pills. I just said pills a lot, didn't I? No, they're like, you know, the ones that lower your amino acids or heighten your amino acids or improve your immune system and the cerebral cortex brain thingy. Mainly I think they're what's the word? Placebos. Yes, yeah, they're placebos. I'm not sure they do much for your health, but they do taste like cherry. I don't really enjoy it, I guess, but it is funny when the gym nuts come in, you know, looking for steroids. Sorry, supplements. Yeah, alpha males. I'm not an alpha male, as you might have guessed. Beta male and proud. The easiest way to tell the difference. Alpha males lose their virginity on a lad's holiday in Ibiza. My mum bought my first pack of condoms for me for Christmas. Sorry, I didn't mean that to sound forward. Worst part of it is she didn't even wrap them. She just stuck them in my stocking like a weird version of Santa Claus. So what do you do?
Hi, my name is Charlotte Gamble. I'm currently unrepresented. I'll be doing a monologue from Tusk Tusk by Polly Senham and I'll be playing Maggie.
I was the last person to see her. It wasn't him, it was me. I never told you that. I wanted to. So many times, Elliot. But you had your face so firmly in the fucking stars, I couldn't tell you what I'd said to her, I couldn't. I kept waiting for you to be my big brother. To take me in your arms and to ask what was wrong, because I thought it was written on my face so bright it could have been lipstick. Something inside me I just knew it would be like every other time, over and over, and I was so angry. I was so fucking angry with her. My tummy hurt and I couldn't even tell her. She was crying again, walking in circles. I tried to make her something to eat. You two were at the park. She shoved it out of my hand. She told me I was an accident, a piece of shit, like my dead father, the same old routine. She was crying again. And it was like she couldn't see me. I was begging her to calm down, to pull herself together. And it was like she couldn't see me. She started threatening things. You know what she would do. I said, just go and do it then. I ran out of the house. I got to the park and I watched you for a bit before you saw me, and I was going to tell you. I wanted to tell you everything. But you looked so happy, playing in the sun. I just couldn't. So I pretended like nothing had happened, and when we got back, she was gone. She was different with you, Elliot. She thought the sun shone out of your mouth. She worshipped you. She protected you from it, from the worst bits, and so did I. I told her to do it, and she has.
Hello, my name is Leandro Nadir Barancini. I'm currently unrepresented. I'll be doing a monologue from the play A Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, written by Joseph Arnaud, and I'll be playing the part of Jack. I've always been proud to work for you. You've always had an ideal that made me feel the world wasn't so bad. This company made me believe in something. It gave me hope. Again. Before you hired me, I was in a dark place. I was depressed with the world and what I amounted to in my life. I must have sent out thousands of CVs, gone on hundreds of interviews, with no luck. I sometimes imagine what I would have done had I not been hired that day I came in for my interview with you. I still can't believe how lucky I was. I wasn't even supposed to be interviewed by you that day, but Rebecca got food poisoning during lunch, so we met and you did the interview with me. I was a nervous wreck meeting you. I kept it together, barely, but I knew I wasn't qualified for the job. But as we spoke, I realised how bad I wanted to work for you because of your energy. I felt good. I felt your warmth, and I wanted to be part of that. You changed my life, literally. I was about to get evicted, my girlfriend and I broke up. My life was a horror film. But you were a ray of light that beamed right through me that day. You gave me a way out. You gave me a chance to be somebody again. And I will forever be grateful to you for that. Actually, I never asked you this, but why did you hire me?
Hello, my name's Kaylee Rose Allen and I'm currently unrepresented but can be contacted through Spotlight. I shall be performing a monologue from the play I'm a Minga, written by Alex Jones, and I shall be playing the role of Katie. Oh, come on, Soph. Chill out. Let's go to a tuck shop and we'll get you some monster lunch, eh? Oh. You know what? They've stopped selling crisps in Tuck. I love crisps. Like, I actually love them. Like, I'd marry them if I could. That's how much I like them. Why pick on crisps? But wait, get this. They still sell donuts. What's that all about? And they make you pay 80 pence for something that tastes like bloody bog roll dipped in grease. And they ban crisps, which, in actual fact, now that I think about it, are vegetables. They are! They're bloody potatoes. And unless I'm very much mistaken, potatoes are a very popular member of the vegetable community. So they are in actual fact good for you. And while we're about it, I can't remember the last time I saw a chip in the canteen. I fucking hate Jamie Oliver. I will dance on his grave when he's dead. Kelly Parker's too. And Heather Pleby, who used to be nice until she started hanging around with Trina Sharples, who is such a wannabe everything. Bitch, slut, goth, troubled teenager, etc., etc. And she's pathetic, because all of those things are pathetic things to want to be. And now she pretends she doesn't know me. And if I say hello, she'll go, what? I'm like, how can you pretend that you don't know me when you used to come round to my house and I'd do your hair and stuff? But now she pretends that she didn't know me. Now that she's a slut and all, and she looks like Shrek. Right. Her school skirt is so tight around her fat arse that it's split up either side, and her buttons are bursting from a shirt, which I swear is see-through, and she's got rolls of fat bulging under a fucking massive grey bra that she never changes. She is so big, she looks like a building, like a bungalow. No, a house. No, actually, come to think of it, a block of flats. And I wish some plane would crash into her like that tower thing in America.
Hi, my name is Amy Glass. I'm represented by Lime Actors Agency. I'm going to be doing a monologue from the play Where Do Little Birds Go, and I'm playing the part of Lucy. I moved to London when I was 17. Followed a boyfriend. He was a tosser, really nasty. But you know what it's like when you're 17? Oh, he's lovely when it's just me and him. I barely notice his temper. No, this bruise is from roller skating. Do you know what? I found out the other day he's doing time now for armed robbery. What a tit. Tommy Bennett. That was his name. Dumped him as soon as I got to Charing Cross. He started harping on about what I was wearing, called me a slapper, so I bit him. I'm a biter. Not like sexually, as in like a bite to defend myself. So I bit him on the hand hard and I liked it. I didn't know anything about London. I think my mum was surprised I was leaving, you know, she thought it was all teenager talk. My mum walked me to the station to meet Tommy and she gave me a £5 and her sister June's address. Mum, I thought you said June was a two-faced slapper. Yeah, she is. But at least she's got a roof over her head. So I ended up in London on my own with 3 miniskirts and a £5 in my name. I knew June lived in the East End, so I bought one of those wee A to Z maps, figured out where I was going, and after a bus and a long walk, I ended up stood outside 27 Valence Street. I'd only ever met June once when I was little, and the only thing I could remember was that she smelled like antiseptic. But she was my only choice, so I knocked on the door, and I knocked again, and again. And 10 minutes later, I still stood on the doorstep. Right when I was about to give up, this voice from behind me went, "Who the hell are you?" I turned round and there's this massive bloke standing there glaring at me. It looks like some sort of fairy tale villain, like dark hair, wild eyes, and unless Auntie June's had some serious changes, I don't think it's her. Hello, I'm Lucy. I'm looking for June Fitzsimmons. She's my auntie. Does she live here? And the oddest thing happened, right? This big bloke sort of shrank. He looked like he was going to cry, and he says, "I'm Keith. I'm June's husband." Well, ex-husband. Oh, he just looked so pathetic and sad, and I felt awful. Especially awful because Auntie June wasn't there, and now I've got nowhere to stay.
Hello, my name is Nim McQuinn, care of Spotlight. I'll be graduating from 4th Monkey this year, and today I'm going to be doing a monologue from Roberto Zucco, and I'll be playing the part of Lady. Thank you. Liar? Nothing led to anything. Everything went wrong. I was the one with the gun pointing at me. So, why was he the one with his head blown apart, blood everywhere? But I wouldn't have had to see it. Idiot. I wouldn't have had to see it. I don't give a damn about my blood. It's nothing to do with me. But his blood was everything to do with me. Since I'm the one who damn well pumped into his veins. It was mine. It was my affair. And my personal affairs are not something you spatter about in a park. In front of a bunch of idiots. Now I've nothing left to call my own. Anyone could be stepping in the only thing that was really mine, and in the morning the gardeners will wash it away. What's left for me now? Huh? What's left for me now?
Hello, my name is Veronica Maria Showers, and I'm coming on to the third year of CDT acting course at the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama. I shall be doing a monologue from Eyes Wide Shut, playing the part Alice. Do you remember last summer at Cape Cod? Do you remember one night in the dining room? There was a young Navy officer sitting near our table. He was with two other officers. The waiter brought him a message, at which point he left the table. Nothing rings a bell. Well, I first saw him that morning in the lobby. He was checking into the hotel and he was following the bellboy to the elevator. He glanced at me as he walked past. Just a glance, nothing more. But I could hardly move. That afternoon, you and I made love, and we talked about our future and our child. And yet at no time was he ever out of my mind. And I thought, if he wanted me, even if it was only for one night, I could not have resisted. I was ready to give up you, the child, my whole future. And yet, if you can understand, you were dearer to me than ever. And I stroked your forehead and kissed your hair. And at that moment you were dear to me, and my love for you was both tender and sad.
Hi, my name is Libby Simons. I am carer of Spotlight, and I'm doing a monologue from Mystic Pizza, playing the part of Jojo. It's just Bill and I broke up this morning. No, I'm fine. I mean, it had to happen. I mean, we haven't been getting along at all, and so I told him. He got real upset, and he started to cry. But it had to happen. So, I'm fine. In fact, I don't know, I feel kind of good. I mean, when you think about it, Bill and I are so different. Everything he wants, I don't. The marriage, kids, all that stuff. I mean, I really want that stuff. Real bad. I just don't want it now. He doesn't understand. If he really loved me, he'd wait. I guess if I really loved him, I'd marry him. Maybe I don't love Bill. Except I do really love Bill, though. He understands me so well. No, you guys are right. I don't need him. I got a lot of things going for me. One of these days, you're gonna tell me what they put in that pizza when you retire. So I can run this place. I don't need Bill to do that. And Kat, you're not the only one who's smart. I could go to college. I could do that course, was it? Economics? Great. Yeah, thanks you guys. Thank you for being there, for supporting me, for telling me that I made the right decision. I think I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I started seeing this guy, and he called me Easy. And I was like, Easy? You're calling me Easy? There is nothing easy about this. Do you know how many hours I spent getting ready for this? Shaving, moisturizing, face mask, moisturizing again, plucking eyebrows, putting concealer on, foundation, powder, blush, eyeliner. Do you know how difficult that is? Mascara. Get that fucker in your eye and you'll be crying for hours. And then you have to start all over again. And don't even get me started on lipstick. Lipstick, which you have to redo every time you just think of having a sip of a drink, and freaking nail polish. You aim for these nails at the end of your fingers and somehow it ends up everywhere. In your apartment. I spent 30 minutes picking outfits, and then when I bent over, it cracked. Do you know how devastating that is when you finally picked an outfit and you can't wear it? My hair. I use a hair mask to avoid my hairdresser yelling at me. Does yours yell at you? Yeah, no, I bet not, because if this perfect fluffy hair. 15 minutes just to get it a tiny bit soft. Then I dry it, curl it, put 5 different products in it, hairspray. Oh, so much hairspray, and it still falls flat. My feet are dying. No, literally dying. My toe has turned blue from wearing high heels since I was 14 years old, and my knees are killing me. I am in constant pain. And I haven't even gone into all the things I've done before this day. Fitness. Do you know how many hours I spent in fitness? Lifting weight, running, crying. Do you think that was easy? I've read several books about history, society, politics, math. I even read Kant. I'm a freaking philosopher. I have several degrees. Not that you care. I do Sudoku for fun. I have meditated for hours to get to this state of Zen and freaking yoga. I hate yoga and I hate salads, and I've been living off cabbage salads for weeks to get my body this thin, and it's still not thin enough. I have been standing here, putting away all my anxiety to smile and talk to you and flirt with you and try my very best to be my very best version of myself, making jokes while listening to your oh so freaking boring story about the time you sold a car, and laughing while being absolutely fabulous, and then you have the nerve to call me easy? I should stuff your face with cabbage, you little dick shit. That'll make it easy for you to talk. Yes, so yeah, we kind of stopped seeing each other after that.
Hello, my name is Megan Marzell, and I will be doing a monologue from the play I, Claudia, written by Christine Thompson, and I will be playing the part of Claudia. So, Mrs. Pitcher gave us an assessment last week, right? And she said to use a metaphor to just express something about yourself and then include that in a poem. So, I started writing this poem and I really wanted to write about butterflies. Just because, I like how they start off as maggots and then they go into like a cocoon and then just become this miracle. But I could only write the first line, so I obviously had to hand in something. So I handed in this poem that didn't even make sense, that was ugly, called Black Serpent, with a black serpent that lived in my stomach and then would just get caught in my throat and I would choke on it. And in this poem, I'm just choking on this serpent. And I'm trying to push it out of my throat, but it just scoots back in and then just lies in my stomach, just all coiled. But you know what the weird thing is? I got an A star. I just never showed anyone that poem. Not even my mum and my dad, even though I got the highest grade. If I showed them, if I told them that I'm upset or that I feel nightmarish, or, if I just said I'm not as happy as I pretend to be, or maybe if I just said it's all just one big charade. If I just said, I don't think you should have got divorced. They wouldn't be very happy with that, and I don't want to do that. I always pretend like my mum's fine, but she's not. I hear her crying and, you know, like, we go out and we do stuff together, but she's just different. She is so smart. She's beautiful. And she's way better than anybody else that you know.
Hello, my name's Hannah Breeden. I'm currently self-represented. I'm 5'2" and I'm playing Ruby from Seafret by Tallulah Brown. I can see you laughing at him, wrinkling your snotty, shitty noses. What gives you the right? You think you're so special? You want us to beg for it, to get on our knees and pray? Well, we won't. It's where we live. It's just home. And if you think that you can just let that go, then we will fight you for it. You think you know who we are and what we're like when you don't. You don't know anything. You think we don't care. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that we're in the village hall and only the carnival queen is allowed to swear in here. When the equinox comes, there's phosphorescence in the sea and we swim out and meet it. Every year we make this giant chipstick monster out of all the rubbish that comes onto sea and we burn it at sea like they used to do with fishermen's bodies. I keep a row of homemade petrol bombs in the back of the pillbox so that I'm ready for World War III. I drink too much WKD and my puke is luminous blue. I stay up all night and watch the sunrise over the sea and I feel the heat on my cheeks. Loving where you live with every bone in your body has got to count for something. And if you're not gonna help us, well then, fuck you very much.